Good morning, everybody. I'm going to call the meeting to order. Thank you all for being here. If you'd please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all for being here. I see we have a couple bid openings for park items, so it couldn't be any better timing than the fact that we're going to do a proclamation. So we're talking about our parks and appreciating all that they are. So this week, we're celebrating Parks and Recreation Appreciation Month. And we're going to focus on and recognizing the Douglas County's incredible outdoor spaces and the dedicated individuals who work hard to make them enjoyable and accessible for the residents and visitors alike. I will note my favorite subject in school was recess, which has a lot to do with recreation, so I'm very happy that we're doing this today. I'm going to ask Commissioner Boyce to read the proclamation, and then we'll present proclamations and take photos, and then I'll have some folks come up and speak a little bit about the projects and the park systems they work on. So Commissioner Boyce.
So this is a proclamation for 2025 Parks and Recreation Appreciation Month. Whereas we acknowledge that Douglas County is home to some of the most stunning and awe-inspiring natural landscapes on earth, places that inspire, captivate, and fill us with immense pride. Our county boasts hundreds of parks, trails, and recreational sites that reflect the beauty and richness of our region. And whereas we recognize that Douglas County offers an abundance of recreational opportunities for residents and visitors alike, with experiences as diverse and remarkable as the landscapes themselves. Camping along the majestic shores of the Pacific Ocean at Winchester Bay RV Park, hiking to the snowy mountain of Mount Thielsen, or snowy summit of Mount Thielsen in the Umpqua National Forest, relaxing under the stars at a concert at the Half Shell in Stewart Park, playing a round of disc golf at Whistler's Bend County Park, or Riverfront Disc Golf Course in Roseburg, enjoying a peaceful picnic at Millside Park in Myrtle Creek, or at Glendale City Park, launching a drift boat and fishing the Umpqua River from Scottsburg County Park, cooling off at the Fir Grove Splash Pad in Roseburg or Central Park Splash Pad in Sutherland, renting a cabin and enjoying water activities at Chief Mewalita County Park and Campground in Azalea, walking your four-legged friend through Hartley Dog Park in Sutherland, fishing, boating, hiking the scenic trails of Mildred Knight Memorial County Park and Campground in Oakland, discovering the hidden gem of Cow Creek's Bear Park or Millside Park in Myrtle Creek, wakeboarding at Loon Lake or birdwatching and strolling the paths around Ford's Pond, staying in yurt at Umpqua Lighthouse State Park while touring the Umpqua River Lighthouse and Museum, splashing with Willie the Baby Whale or hosting a reunion at River Forks County Park, taking swimming lessons at the North Douglas Memorial Swimming Pool at Anna Drain Park, riding razors across the dunes while staying at Douglas County's Umpqua Dunes RV Park in Winchester Bay, kayaking the scenic waters from the Bumblebee Boat Ramp in Reedsport, and countless other opportunities for fun, relaxation, physical activity, and adventure throughout the parks and natural spaces of Douglas County. And whereas during Douglas County Parks and Recreation Appreciation Month, we celebrate the natural beauty and vibrant landscapes of our county and express our sincere gratitude to the dedicated men and women whose stewardship, care, and hard work make these treasured spaces accessible and enjoyable for all. And whereas we recognize that continued access to the great outdoors is essential to our physical and mental well-being, parks, trails, campgrounds, and other public spaces offer valuable opportunities for residents and visitors to enjoy fresh air, connect with others, recharge, engage in recreation, strengthen mental health, spend meaningful time with family, and find solitude in nature. And whereas we are proud that Douglas County Parks Department, established in 1949, was the first county park system developed in the state of Oregon and continues to thrive and provide numerous recreational opportunities. And whereas parks, big and small, from the coast to the mountains and valleys, serve as a source of recreation, inspiration, and joy for young and old alike, parks are indeed our greatest treasure and one of America's best ideas. And now therefore, we the Douglas County Board of Commissioners do hereby proclaim the month of July 2025 as Park and Recreation Month in Douglas County and encourage all residents to take time to get outside and enjoy the many benefits that come from spending time in the great outdoors.
Nice job. Okay, so would you mind presenting the proclamations for us?
Sure.
Everybody signed in on this? Oh, we got a couple more. So let's get started with our Douglas County Parks Department. Mark, there's any staff with you, please come on up. Here you go. Okay, well, Corey will tell you where she wants you.
I'm gonna come over this way. Okay. There we go, perfect. Alright, smile here and then I'll do a couple of the.
Uh-oh, misfire.
Okay. Ready, right up here, smile. Perfect, thank you.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and sign it real quick. All right, and in conjunction with that, we have our Douglas County Parks Advisory Committee. Come on up. Yeah.
How are you, Jerry? Appreciate you guys.
I'll have you come on the other side.
Craig, come. Hey, you're up, buddy. Pay attention, man.
He was right
Have you
for
go
me.
to the right. And. Okay, it's no faces. Okay, smile. Okay, right up top, ready, smile. Perfect, thank you.
You guys wanna take this? Here, you guys each get one of these.
Okay.
Hang it on the wall in your office, Phil.
All right, and let's bring up our Salmon Harbor crew. You made it here.
Okay, I want this side to hide my copies.
Bella's right behind you. Okay. A little closer. Ready? Smile. Okay, look it up here. Ready? Smile. Perfect. Thank you.
All right, City of Roseburg.
Sorry. I haven't had my coffee yet.
Me either.
Excuses, excuses. Ready? Smile.
We'll be doing a picture with everybody at the end, so be prepared to come back up
Right here. Smile.
if you like our picture.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, City of Glendale. Thank you for coming.
We're supposed to have our mayor here as well, but I don't see her here yet.
Okay, we can take a picture
She
afterwards.
comes later, we'll certainly get her in a picture.
Yeah, take a,
Come
go ahead,
on.
go ahead now, and then
Come on up.
we'll pop her on in.
Okay. Ready? Look up here. Okay, smile. Okay, take a couple with my phone. Ready? Smile. Perfect, thank you.
All right, I believe I saw Canyonville. City of Canyonville, please.
Made it.
Thank you for coming up.
Thanks for coming up.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I saw the gentleman from the Oregon State Parks, but he must have stepped out to take a phone call. Okay, can we have everybody come back up and we'll do this? We'll need to have some of you up on the top, so.
Do we have other cities?
Anybody else? Ah, there she is. Oh, wait. Redo Glendale. I know, I've never got here in time, so it's all good.
Good.
I don't know if you wanna hold it.
Nope.
Okay.
It's all you.
Right, we're gonna redo Glendale.
Yeah, Glendale, sorry. We're messing with you, Mark.
Okay. That's all. He really wants his picture. Okay. Look here, ready? Smile. Couple of my phone. Okay. Ready? Smile. Perfect, thank you.
All right, so now we're gonna have to do school
Did we have
pictures
any
again.
other cities before we get everybody? Did we get any other organizations?
Stay here.
Okay, let's get everybody.
Okay, let's get everybody.
If I could have the tallest folks up top.
Okay. Where I go to hide.
Bill, you're gonna need to be up here, come on.
Stand next to Mark.
How you doing, Mark? Good.
Well, so.
What's that?
On record that I've been sitting with the tall
Stand
people.
next to
Right there, I guess.
Almost included with the tall people.
Hey, Tim, how don't you have Phil go that way, we're kinda off center this way. There you
Off
go.
center, let's go.
So Mark, scoot over, yeah.
So the main thing is if you can see my face, then the camera and I can see you.
Oh.
Shift.
Yeah, so we should.
Let's see what it looks like with you over here.
And I was just gonna say, Jerry, I'm gonna need to have you, yeah,
This
right,
way.
there you go.
Okay.
Hand on the shoulder.
Bunny ears,
You can
whatever
scoot a
works.
little bit, Commissioner Cruz. Okay, there we go, perfect. So ready? Take the photo right now, smile. Perfect.
Wait, your eyes are closed.
Mine might have been, no. Okay, so look up here, ready? Smile. Take one just a smidge lower. Ready, smile. All right, thank you, everybody.
Yep, if you haven't signed in, please sign in on the sheet. Yes, we're happy to be here.
Great. So I'm gonna ask a few folks come up and say a few words about their park system. So let's start with, is the mayor still here from down in Glendale?
They just walked out the back.
I must have known I was gonna call them. About Candyville, did they step out also? Oh, there you go, I'm sorry. I thought you were sitting over there. Yeah. To come up and visit us a little bit about your recreation, parks and recreation system you have going on.
Well, we've been working on fixing it up. We've been trimming the trees. We have the park all ready for the Pioneer Days that's coming up in August, the end of August. We did have to work on our covered bridge. During that flood, the bank started undermining away from it. So we got it all fixed up. It should be good for another how many ever years. But yeah, we're keeping it up pretty good. Our next thing that we're gonna try to do is cover the bleachers, but
Heard a little talk of that at the
that's-
chamber meetings
Yeah,
for a few years.
I've got a few bids, but they're pretty hefty.
It's great how the city and the chamber are working
Yeah,
together on that
Yeah,
project.
and when we've got Main Street too,
Main Street
that's
too,
working
yep,
on it,
yep.
so we've got all three trying to
Yep.
work on this and keep the town and the park going the right way.
Perfect.
Is there any chance that the work that you're doing in the park down there is gonna make the desserts at the dessert auction any cheaper?
It might make them worse. the way they went last year,
Commissioner Boyce kind of jokes about that, but the nice folks of your community sometimes will let us buy one for
Yeah.
like $350 or $400. The rest of them go much higher than that. They kind of take pity on us.
I know we have a joke there in the office with one of our gals. She, if she has a little bit to drink, then she's got that paddle going all the time. I said, we're gonna take it away from you this year.
It's an amazing thing you do.
So, yeah, we're getting all ready for that. We'll be painting sidewalk, or painting the stripes for the parking in town and just keeping the park really cleaned up for them. So,
That's very nice, Heather. Thank you for coming.
you're welcome.
City of Roseburg. I know a little bit about your park system. I was council
Yeah.
president for a while and got to learn a little bit about it.
Yeah, well, it's faring pretty well. We didn't have too much damage from the flooding, luckily. Luckily Stewart Park already has that flooding every year anyways. But we're doing some improvements. You may have seen some construction happening over by the tennis center. We're getting ready to do our new tennis courts. That project's going along pretty well. We're about to expand and renovate Brown Park, one of our older parks, here in the fall. So that'll be fun to get that going underway. As far as recreation goes, we have a lot of great programs going on. Our women's golf that we do in the summer just blew us away this year. We usually have about maybe 15 gals who come out and do that event, and this year, first event, we had 60. So it was really unexpected, but in a good way. So that's been kind of steadily showing those big numbers. So people are getting out there, enjoying the golf course a little bit. And earlier this year, we started a new Easter event that we're gonna continue. We work with the fire department to put that on, and it was very popular, and we're gonna keep improving it and doing it each year. So yeah, we have our summer events going on right now, and everyone's out in the park enjoying the parks, which we like to see. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Many years ago, my father-in-law was the parks director for the city of Roseburg.
Really?
Jerry Hasler, yeah, so
Wow.
he did lots of projects there. Who else do we have? I know we have the folks from Salmon Harbor could come up and talk a little bit about all the great stuff going on over at the coastal area of the county.
So with Salmon Harbor, we're just mostly doing, cleanup, regular maintenance. Everything's pretty great there. We have an awesome maintenance team, so, parks are fairly full, and I know it's gonna be 95 today, so a little plug, maybe you
Over
should
there?
come on down. No,
Oh,
here,
here,
so
yeah.
maybe you should come on over to Winchester Bay, cool off.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we have, Jody came with me today, or I should say I came with Jody. And she's working on all kinds of stuff as always, but I know that one of her newest projects is a new event to try to get people to come in our off seasons. So it's been great having her working out of the Salmon Harbor office for the coastal events, so.
You guys do a great job over there.
Thank you.
And it's, you mentioned the cool weather, but I always call it free air conditioning. I
Yeah.
love it when it's hot here. The best place to do is go to the coast. And some new things that we've tried in the park. Can you tell us about the cabins a little bit maybe and how that's working?
Yeah, we had 8 brand new cabins delivered in April, I believe, at the RV resort. They're placed right on the water looking towards the harbor, so they have awesome views. They are full service, so we have a cleaning service that cleans them. They have all of your dishes, your towels, your bedding, your everything, which before we did not have that. We had 2 cabins and they were bring your own items. So it's been a new experience, challenges here and there, but it's been working out great. They've been very popular. And yeah, I recommend them. I would definitely stay in one. They're very cute.
Thank you for the work you do over there.
Yeah, thank you.
So Mark, did you wanna give us a quick rundown of all the great stuff you're working on?
I have to.
You don't have to. We could have the chair of the Parks Advisory Board if you'd rather.
It's okay. First of all, I'd like to thank the three of you. We've accomplished a lot over the last 4 years and definitely infrastructure that needed attention, and we've got a lot more in the pipeline. We're opening bids for phase 3 of Stanton. That will finish that park. Phase 1 and 2 should be finished the next month. And we just completed Umpqua Dunes, and I can announce right now that we just got a grant to redo the docks at Cooper Creek. We'll do the east and west parking lots and replace the boat docks themselves, which are in terrible condition.
Perfect.
And number of other things in the works, but that's all pending grants.
Well, thank you for all the work you do. So I do want to mention, as part of the presentation, we talked about Douglas County having the first county park system. It started in 1949. That park system for many, many years was funded by ONC timber receipts. In the early 90s, when that funding stream started to shrink and eventually got down to almost nothing, there had to be a change. So for a lot of years, the idea was to just do more with less. So less employees, less maintenance, less replacing of facilities, just sort of see what happens type of plan. Prior to Commissioner Boyce and I and eventually Commissioner Kress getting here, the parks had very little maintenance, replacement of restrooms, facilities in decades. They were in pretty, I'm not gonna say run down, they just had not had a bunch of effort put into trying to find ways to make them work. The county had closed parks, had sold parks properties, and was sort of on a trajectory of having less and less parks and recreation systems. For a little while, I was park liaison, but really I'm gonna give most of this credit to Commissioner Boyce. The decision was made to change the model, to find out those things that people wanted and were willing to pay for, primarily camping and destination camping. We had great locations. Our campgrounds were not in the best of shape, but the locations were still there. And through lots of grant, lots of hard work, lots of sort of figuring out how to make it work, now we have an amazing park system with new facilities throughout the county, continuing to find ways to get grant money and match that grant money with other resources, all without using any ONC timber receipts or general fund money. So it's a pretty remarkable story. I know many of the other jurisdictions that are here today and that were invited struggle in the same way we do when it comes down to priorities, public safety, making sure roads are safe and law enforcement's in place, taking care of seniors and veterans tend to be a higher priority for those general fund dollars. However, again, with the work that you do and your team, again, Commissioner Boyce does a lot of this work, finding ways to make our park system be an amazing system that it is today and continuing to find those improvements is really, really appreciated. Thank you for the work that you do. Mr. Boyce?
Yeah, I'm gonna get Jerry up here before it's over from the Parks Advisory Board perspective, but the park system has changed a lot, as you mentioned. It's the proudest work that I've gotten to do. It really is remarkable what we have in Douglas County and what we're building. We're not done yet. And we have plans for continued improvements in Winchester Bay, in the RV resort and Salmon Harbor area itself, along with our county campgrounds over there, planned improvements still. There's folks that talk about we only care about the coast, but the truth is we made a significant investment in the coast that has allowed us the opportunity to really improve the entire park system. And you mentioned we do have new infrastructure and assets throughout the entire park system. New playgrounds out at Whistler's Bend, out at River Forks, and new facilities at Whistler's Bend, and Pickett Park in Canyonville, and you just name it. We redid the boat ramp and the parking lot at Amaker. We've made significant investments throughout the entire system. My hope is that once we sort of get everything shored up and back to the level that I'd like to see it anyway, that we can increase staffing some and really care for the facilities the way the public would expect them to be cared for. So we're still running a little thin on staff, and our folks work really hard and they get a lot more done than I don't know how they get what they get done with the limited amount of people that you have. But I would really like to get to a place where the public can expect that every time they go into the restroom, it's gonna be clean. And just because of the way the public utilizes our stuff, that's not always the case. So that's not meant to be negative towards our staff, they just simply can't keep up with it. And the sometimes.
Not to manage the standard that we're trying to get to.
Right, and sometimes the public isn't respectful of what we have and they don't treat it right either, but we'll get to that place. And we have the tools in place now to get there. So I expect nothing but continued improvement throughout the system. I can't thank you and your staff enough. Quite frankly, you're miracle workers. You get as much done as you get done, and thank the public, the ones that are sort of our eyes and our ears out in the field that let us know that we've got a little issue here or there. As soon as I hear from the public, I take that information and get it to Mark. And it might be something significant, or it might be something as simple as, hey, the lock on the restroom at wherever doesn't work. And every time we get that information back to you and your staff, it's taken care of immediately. And that includes the Salmon Harbor staff as well. Folks don't always realize it, but Salmon Harbor is a different entity under the county than the Parks Department. So I'm glad you guys are here. We operate as one big team, but two separate entities within the team. And I'm just, I love my Parks Department.
Something I'd like to add just for the record is that I know the public needs to appreciate the investments we've made in the park system have allowed us, we don't charge any fees anywhere for parking or boat ramps. You go to other counties, they're faced with financial difficulties, it's $5 here, it's $10 there. And I think that's lost on the public in this county, that our business model is allowing us to provide for these amenities free of charge.
Yeah, the destination campground model has been a good model.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great, well, thank you.
Thank you.
So we are gonna invite Jerry up, but is there any other, I don't wanna miss any of the other organizations that may be here. So, Mr. Chartier, would you like to visit about the great fun work that you get to do as the chair of the Parks Advisory Committee?
You guys. Well, I will say this, the people of Douglas County are blessed and should be very happy that they have a Parks Advisory Board, a director, and 3 commissioners that give the park system such a high priority. It's, our board, as you know, has many opinions, many backgrounds, many ways of approaching it, but we come together as a team, as you've mentioned, and get the end result, which is some of the best parks anywhere. Safe, they're updated, and quite frankly, I'm proud and happy to be part of that kind of an organization with this kind of people. That's about it.
Thank you and your other advisory committee board members that sometimes take the brunt of difficult decisions that are made. You guys do it very professionally and always with the idea of getting the best outcome, and we appreciate that.
Thank you.
And I will also note for the record, as far as I can tell, we're the only county in Oregon that has a crab/fishing dock.
Wonderful.
I wish I could give it away sometimes.
That is an expensive endeavor, I will tell you that.
I just hope people, and I know they do, I want to speak for the residents too. I know they appreciate it. I mean, sometimes they don't say thank you, but they don't need to vocally say it. When you go to the parks and you see the smiles and you see the kids and you see the mothers and the fathers and the playing, whether it be any of these parks that we've mentioned doing different things, and we all have different ways of enjoying the parks, all you have to do is go out there one afternoon and spend an hour and see them saying thank you in their own way, so.
And they're often surprised when they find out their county property taxes don't pay for the parks.
Exactly.
It's like, what? Yeah, well, there's another model we had to use, so.
I'll
Anyway.
leave you with one thing, is that promises made, promises kept. You all said that once the parks became solvent, you'd do away with all the parking fees, and you did it. And I think that speaks volumes to the type of commissioners you are, so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a all-star cast on our Parks Advisory Board. We've got some smart people on there that really take the public's interest and make sure it's injected into the system. But I wanna thank you guys for doing that first, and then also mention that we're down a couple soldiers. So we've got a couple vacancies on the Parks Advisory Board, and we're actively recruiting for what? We're actively recruiting to fill those vacant seats on the advisory board, but I will tell you, I'm not just interested in putting anybody on there. I want some folks that contribute to their community, who are active in other areas in the community, and who have the same mission in mind that we have. They don't all have to think the same, but I want folks that are real proactive about building a robust park system and bring a positive vibe to the board. Thanks, Jerry, appreciate you.
All right, so I think that's got us taken care of. We'll take just a couple minute break for those that wanna go back to work, taking care of parks, and then we'll continue with our meeting.
Safe drive, back to cooler weather.
Mark, we're gonna move to the bid opening, so if you wanna, Mark, if you wanna come up and get ready, we'll move to the bid openings. So the next agenda item is a Parks Department bid opening item, and I'll have Mark give us a quick explanation of what the project is.
We're opening 2 bids today, I'm not sure which one's up first.
First one is Stan Park Landscaping Project 230.
Okay, that's to follow up the construction on Stanton Phase 1 and 2. It's putting irrigation system and basically landscape repairs and just kind of healing everything up after the construction.
We have one bid today from them. It's from Anderson's Erosion Control Inc. in Junction City.
The bid from Anderson Erosion Control Inc. is $582,800.
Sure you'll evaluate that and let us know if there's something to move forward on. Agenda item number 3 is also a Parks Department item. This is a bid opening also for Stanton Park. And this is rehabilitation phase 3, project number 228.
So this phase is to rehabilitate the lower campground, connect the trail up to the upper campground, the small pavilion on the river.
This first bid is from Morello Construction LLC, Klamath Falls.
I've got plenty of them here. I need to sharpen my knife.
The bid from Morello Construction, $969,380.
Next bid is from Visar Construction.
The bid from Visar Construction is $1,093,405.00.
Next bid is from Knife River.
Knife River bid is $1,128,160.00.
Next bid is from Northwest Community Builders LLC.
Bid from Northwest Community Builders is $1,189,840.00.
All right, and our last bid is from K&L Industries in Canby.
The bid from K&L Industries is $1,480,645.00.
And I'm sure you'll look through those and if there's a viable project, you'll bring it back for approval. Thank you. So agenda item number 4 is a consent agenda. There's just one item there and it's some reappointments. I'll move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
A motion and a second, questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 5, if citizens' questions and comments. Anybody online? Any emails received ahead of time? Anybody in the room that would like to come forward on agenda items? Seeing none, we'll move to those agenda items. Agenda item number 6 is the Human Resource Department. I'll invite Paul Van Dyke.
Good morning, Commissioners. Paul Van Dyke, Human Resources Department. I am here asking for approval for payment of the county's major insurance policies. Workers' compensation insurance from SAFE for $434,479.57. Property and crime insurance through City County Insurance Services for $502,687.18. And excess liability insurance through the Oregon Public Entity Excess Pool, OPEB, for $163,240 for fiscal year 2025-26.
Move to approve the authorization of payment.
I'll second.
A motion and a second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Agenda item number 7 is the Juvenile Department. I'll invite up our Director, Wendy Lang.
Morning, Commissioners. I'm here to ask approval for the intergovernmental agreement between the State of Oregon, which is the Oregon Youth Authority, and it provides funding in the amount of $520,677 to the Douglas County Juvenile Department. It's for basic prevention and diversion dollars. This is for the new biennium, July 1st, 2025 to June 30th, 2027. You might have noticed last biennium, it was about $28,000 less. The juvenile justice is vital at the state of Oregon. We survived budget cuts at that level when the new budget came out. These dollars really are designed for us to give those youth resources in our county with our probation officers and with our resources. We are really lucky to have Kyle Matz do mental health and sex offender treatment for our youth. So these dollars stay here locally, and it's really designed to keep them from taking the next step up to closed custody into a youth correctional facility. So we would be asking for that approval.
Move to approve the intergovernmental agreement.
I'll second that.
Motion and second, and just note that this is a 2-year contract. So the state does things 2 years at a time. They come back and change it every year now, so we'll see what they're up to. We have a motion and a second. Any further questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 8 is a planning department item. I'll invite up our planning director, Joshua Shackley. Good morning.
Morning. Joshua Shackley, Douglas County Planning. Before you this morning is a order affirming the findings of fact and decision of the Planning Commission for Woods Creek Property LLC request for a plan amendment zone change. On June 19th, 2025, the Planning Commission approved the request for a plan amendment from commercial to committed residential 2 and zone change from rural community commercial to rural residential 2 acre on a 0.5 acre portion of a 1.06 acre unit of land located at the intersection of Tiller Trail Highway and Days Creek Road. This is Planning Department file number 25-010.
Move to approve the board order.
I'll second.
A motion, a second, questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Thank you. Agenda item number 9 is a Public Works item. I'll invite up our Public Works Director, Scott Adams. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. Scott Adams, Public Works. Item 9 today is an intergovernmental agreement, IGA, between Douglas County and ODOT for the I-5 and Corp northbound, southbound bridges in Winchester over North Umpqua. This IGA allows ODOT to utilize county roads, Del Rio and Garden Valley as detours during nightly construction. This is no funds exchange, and the IGA terminates upon project completion.
Move to approve the IGA.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 10 is a Public Works Department item. Mr. Adams.
Again, Scott Adams, Public Works. Item number 10 is a second amendment to an agreement between Douglas County and ODOT for the design of the Garden Valley Road and Melrose Road intersection improvement project. This amendment decreases the STBG Surface Transportation Block Grant funding from $3,776,971 to $902,420.20.
Move to approve the amendment agreement.
I'll second.
A motion, a second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 11 is also a Public Works item. Scott.
Again, Scott Adams, Public Works. Item number 11 is a permit of entry with the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife to enter county-owned property known as the Dixonville Ponds. This is for the purpose of banding waterfowl.
It's important to note it's for banding, not banning. So they're still allowed to use it, they're just gonna get little wristbands when they do it.
No animals will be hurt in
Yeah,
the commission of this entry. I'll move to approve the permit of entry.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further comments that were unneeded? Hearing none, I will call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 12 is a Solid Waste Department item. I'll invite up Nick, our Solid Waste Director.
Good morning, Commissioners. Nick Freisinger, Solid Waste. Item number 12 is for contract 30002686 between Douglas County and Knife River Materials for labor and materials on an as-needed basis. Term expiration is 1 year from now.
Move to approve the contract.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? None, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 13, Solid Waste.
Again, Nick Freisinger, Solid Waste. Item number 13 is for contract 30002677 between Douglas County and Holt Services for well drilling service on an as-needed basis. Contract term, again, is 1 year.
To approve the contract.
I'll second.
Motion second, questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call a question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Thank you. I know Commissioner Kress has an off-agenda item.
Yeah,
We'll call staff up.
yeah, I'd like to call Scott back up to present that.
Again, good morning, Commissioners. Scott Adams, Public Works. The off-agenda item is an order declaring a drought emergency.
declaring a local disaster and a request to declare a state of an emergency for Douglas County due to drought conditions.
Move to approve that declaration.
I'll second.
A motion and a second. I understand that comes from some information we get from the state water master.
Yes, been tracking for a while now, and as many people know, we haven't had much moisture since since March. Although we did have a lot of moisture through the winter and stuff, snowpacks and streams have taken a big hit due to not having that moisture in the spring. Their quantifications of the streams and measurements have led to drought conditions in the county. So therefore, we want to make this declaration.
Yeah, the only, upside of the whole thing is the fact that we're doing it now in July and it's not April.
Yeah, no, it seems like later than a lot of years.
Yeah, which is great.
Great, so we have a motion and a second. Any further questions or comments?
It's amazing to me that we could be responding to a flood emergency 2 months ago and declaring a drought now.
So we're still working on flood recovery, still trying to get the federal government to help us with flood recovery as we're declaring a drought, yeah. It's just sort of the speed of government, I guess. Any further questions or comments?
Grateful we restored the water we did, so we have reservoirs full, but the streams are dry. The ranchers are already having to feed their cattle and stuff because there's no feed for them, and it's a long time till next year when they can stop.
Hay production was very limited this year, less than half of what typically happens, and feed on the ground is less. So we try to be on top of the conditions and the measurements as soon as we can. Water's been curtailed, so we're jumping on this as soon as we can.
So we do have a motion and a second. I'll call a question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 14 is commissioner comments. Commissioner Boyce.
None for me today.
Commissioner Kress? Nothing for me either, so I'll go ahead and adjourn the meeting and thank you all for being here.